Jack
My bad.
Can he fix it?
Wow, Alec.
Well, I did fix it.
Yes, he can.
Wait, have you
Yeah.
fixed it then?
It's fixed. Yeah, you guys are now. You have audio.
Hi, folks. Hello.
Can you talk less loud, apparently?
Unfortunately, Benji is actually in the same room as me, so we cannot lower him without lowering me.
I can just talk quieter.
Yeah, that's why I said
Am I
Benji
loud
talk
enough?
quieter.
I think it's just me talk quieter.
You do talk quite.
Shut up, you fucking bitch. Anyway,
Children.
so quick recap. Hi, people died last week. And this adventure sees a man called Frederick Holpen request our investigators head out to California to track down his son and daughter-in-law who have gone missing after calling him from a rest stop in California on Route 66. And he wants you to find out what's happened because the police have found no sign of their disappearance.
Yep.
So I think we can just jump straight into arriving at the rest stop. I don't know why Pidge is like positioned to get out the same car as you.
Problem solved.
Pidge is
Pidge just zoomed off. Where'd he go?
Pidge is like a few meters away.
There he go.
Pidge rode the dolphins to get here. Stop moving, Pidge. Get back.
Roll the dolphins.
Oh, is it like a motel?
Yeah. So if you can zoom out for me, Jack.
Oh, yeah.
You are in the middle of...
A car park.
Yes, you're in the car park. Well done. You are at the Mojave Motor House,
Okay.
which is a motel
Mm-hmm.
with a little diner attached.
Awesome.
And this is the last place that David and Jean Holpen were seen / heard from.
Yeah. Cool. Cool.
So how do you guys want to start? Pidge, you've been here like about a day or so.
Pidge is having a nap.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm aware that.
I will say you guys had to battle through a pretty intense sandstorm to get here.
Okay.
Controlled by Darude.
You're in. Shut up. You are in kind of like an eye. You're kind of like an eye of the storm here, but it's kind of a almost only travel if you need to travel kind of sandstorm.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a welcome break to not think that your car's going to flip over in a sandstorm. So how would you like to start, dudes?
I presume that in the letter I was informed that Pidge was going to meet us. Is that right?
You have not been informed that anyone else is being sent on this mission.
Okay. All right then. That seems like an
Surprise,
oversight by
motherfuckers.
Frederick's Frederick's part. But anyway, I suppose my first course of action would be to head into the motel, talk to the desk, see if we can find out anything about them.
Okay. So if you want to head into the motel.
But whoa, Nathan just shot
phased
through the
through a
wall.
wall.
Nathan, please.
Nathan, stop showing off your Cthulhu powers. So you enter the motel. It's a long, low, single-story building, and you kind of slip into the manager's office / the front desk, and there's a portly gentleman in shirt sleeves. He's sweating a fair amount.
Just shirt sleeves.
You know what I mean?
No
shirt
pants.
sleeves, right? Shirt sleeves. It's like those shirts you see journalists in movies wear, like where it's like it's not a full shirt sleeve, it's like it comes down to here.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "Well, howdy, folks. How can I help you all?"
Good after. What time is it?
It's about 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm in search of someone who's gone missing, possibly nearby here. David and Jean Holpen. I believe that they stayed at this establishment for a time.
Let me just, are you folks like law enforcement or anything?
Because Nathan's in his
Nathan's in full uniform.
Full dress uniform.
He just got out the base. Of course he is. How do you spell Cthulhu again?
I'll let
How do you
Nathan
spell
take that
Cthulhu?
question. Nathan can answer that one.
Are your folks part of law enforcement?
No. Just left the base. You know, haven't had a chance to change into my civvies yet. Don't worry.
Okay, but doesn't tell me that you're law enforcement or anything, so I don't think...
I literally said no.
Okay, but, you know, I don't think I can give you the information if you're not law enforcement. You know, you might be like...
I am, however, a lieutenant in the United States Navy, so we've kind of been sent here, you know,
Sounds like a
to
persuasion.
investigate some things. So it would be in your interest to give us the information that we're asking for.
Give me a moment, because that's going to be a roll and a half.
How did Pidge get here then? Does hi, I'm a blacksmith, give me money. Oh, wait, I mean information.
I mean, you've been sent here to investigate, like, an acquaintance's business.
That's true, I could just show the letter and be like,
Could I have a persuasion check, please, from you, Alex, for hi, I'm a naval officer and this is naval business now.
The Navy officer, fine.
We're in the Navy.
Also, I love the use of the word civvies, it's like I'm back at home.
Just trying to make things believable. Where is it? Persuade. Ooh, I actually have a 50 to persuade. Oh, come
Nah.
on.
Whoa, that was a high roll.
That's not fair.
No, you know, I just don't think that I can, you know, like legally and all, I don't think I can give you the information, sir.
Now look here, look. We're here on behalf of a friend of ours. Well, a friend of mine, I suppose. He's the father of the man who is gone missing. He just wants us to find out what has happened to them, and this was their last port of call. Surely you could just, you know, spare a thought for a concerned father. Is that a persuade?
Persuasion roll.
Hey?
Persuasion roll.
Yeah. Oh yeah!
Nice.
Remember
Out
to
the
take
park.
it. Well, if you put it in those terms, then I can see that there's no harm in giving you the information. He kind of gets out his ledger and kind of flicks through. It's like, yeah. No, it's weird. They booked in a week ago, and they were meant to leave 3 days after that. Well, they meant to leave the day after that. Sorry, but yeah, no, they just left in the middle of the night. You know, didn't check out, no nothing.
I see. Thank you ever so much for your time.
Like, I still have their stuff, you know, because I had to clean out the room.
Well, being a friend of the family, would you mind if I could take possession of that?
No, it's fine, no worries.
Thank you ever so much.
But it's odd, you know, because they got in just before, you know, the sandstorm blew in. So we've been dealing with the sandstorm a week now. So we've got people trapped in here who have meant to have left days ago.
Ah, I see.
You know, if now that I think about it, everyone who was here the night that they were here, everyone who's still in the motel was here when they were here.
I see. So it
No
would have
one-
been very strange for them to leave at that time.
Yeah, and no one's come or gone since then.
That is very peculiar.
Well, except there's one fella, big, strong, like man like an ox, but man was like an ox, but he turned up, not 2 days ago.
Ah, through the storm, like us.
Through the storm, like you guys. And now that you mention it, he was asking around about the young lovers as well.
I see. That doesn't sound pertinent. Let's ignore that, Nathan.
Fuck you, Jack.
I see. Where is this gentleman staying?
Well, he's in room. Let me just count.
It's a strange name for a room.
3012.
It would have just been easier to say 1.
6. He's in room number 6.
Room number 6. Perfect.
He's having a nap. Scuttle.
What's all that noise about?
It's like there's a red flashing light above the door. I wonder where that came from.
Is there anything else I can help you folks with? Would you like a room
Nathan's
for the
just
night?
left.
Would you like our room and board package for just $2 a person?
Yes. Yes, please.
I'm sorry, but I've only got a double room left.
I think Nathan and I can manage.
I've slept in worse places.
Yes.
You can
Nathan
snuggle.
can take the floor.
$4, please.
I hand over $4. Do I have to deduct that from the 100 that I've got on my person?
Yes.
I guess I should. Yeah.
Because that's how money works.
Okay. And now have 96. That's maths. Quick maths. Okay. I suggest to Nathan that we head to room 6 to find out who else has been asking questions.
Sounds good, buddy.
You Pidge alone.
Lego, just let me face through this wall.
God damn it, Nathan.
Holy Jesus, that guy just passed through the wall.
Don't blaspheme now.
You arrive outside the lacquered door of room 6.
Nathan knocks. There you
I
go.
think, I'm glad you didn't burst in. Pidge opens the door.
I thought you were napping.
Yeah, but if you knock on the door, you hear it.
I mean, there's a listen stat that you could roll.
I was just going, Pidge is a light sleeper, but okay. Where is listen?
It's in your character sheet.
This is the
Not
first time
hit.
Caitlin's
Does that
seen
mean
it.
I roll it?
There's a little dice next to listen, so just click the little dice next to
Pidge
listen.
does not wake up.
Pidge is still asleep.
Nathan knocks again.
God.
Nathan shoots the door.
No!
Holy
No,
shit.
no. He doesn't.
Jesus.
Make a rifle check.
Yeah.
Shall I actually shoot the door?
No, because that will end the game very quick.
Because Pidge will be dead.
Well, arrested at the very least. I try the door handle.
No, Alex just shut the door.
Ow!
God damn it!
Somehow missed the door.
Oh.
Do I got the wall instead?
Hey, Pidge,
Jesus
you're woken up
Christ.
to the sound of a rifle shot.
Jesus Christ.
Pidge grabs his hammer.
Look, bud, my friend was just murdered. I think I have an excuse to be a little like, this guy wasn't waking up.
Excuse me, sirs, but
I'll pay for the damage,
you
mister.
did a mighty fine job of shooting in my hotel, and I just want
I'll pay for the damage, mister, don't worry.
2 police officers come charging out.
Oh
of the
my
room.
god.
Hey, we heard shots.
An
Nathan
accident,
just drops his
officers.
bomb.
An accident. A
Yeah,
misfire.
I forgot to take the safety off, man. I'm really sorry about that. I'll pay for all the damages.
You forgot to take the safety off.
You forgot to put the safety on.
Safety on.
Well, I guess accidents happen. If anyone's not hurt, then, we're all good here.
So kindly lower your weapons, officers.
Nope, that's just our icon that
Pidge just kind of steps into the hallway like, what the heck?
What the fuck? I'm sleeping here. Oh!
Terribly.
Oh!
It's Pidge. She'd be like, oh. Pidge would be like, no, it's okay. I'm fine. You can go.
Oh!
Terribly
Oh.
sorry. An accident has occurred involving a rifle.
And
My friend
door.
very calmly drew his service weapon and then accidentally discharged it into a wall.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
Nathan is just like
Can I
holding the
can I also
rifle.
point out that Alex rolled 12 damage on that, which I think
Oh
is
my
all
God.
of Caitlin's hit points.
we didn't see that. Is that did that happen in the private kind of role thing?
Yeah, that is all of my hit points.
Yes, sorry, I clicked it to GM. I'm
Ah,
sorry.
right, I see. I can't tell which is which, so I don't know. Anyway,
You notice Pidge is holding his hammer rather protectively.
allow me to introduce myself. My name is Dr. Harold Armitage. This is my friend Nathan, and I'm looking for someone, in fact, a couple who apparently you have also been asking questions about in the area.
Which is why you shot my door.
Like I said, a terrible accident that happened, which we had no control over. Is it true that you happen to be asking about a particular pair of people?
Well, yeah, I was asked to.
You were asked to. By whom, if I may ask?
I show you the letter.
Ah, and I show you my letter.
Oh, cool.
Seems like an oversight to me that Frederick would not inform either of us that he had sent multiple people on the trail. I wonder if anyone else is searching. Either way.
I mean, maybe he just thought that maybe one of us would be busy, so it would be prudent
Ah.
to not have them waste time on the other.
Yes, possibly. Well, I believe that you've been here a few days now. Have you found anything out?
Not massively, mainly that everyone here, apart from us, was here when they went missing.
I see.
And that there's a giant sandstorm, because there's still sand in my clothes.
Well, yes, that's terrible. We also faced the sand. I don't like sand.
It's called
cool.
It's coarse and rough, and it gets everywhere.
everywhere.
Except for here. Oh no, we're going to move on.
No.
Gently rubs Nathan's shoulder and says, "Smooth," because that's what Anakin does. Anyway.
Pidge runs away.
It's some of those homosexuals that you're more about.
Oh god.
There's a possessed car in the. Anyway, I spoke to the proprietor, and he allowed me to take possession of the of the belongings of David and Jean, who apparently left in the middle of the night without taking everything with them, which that strikes me as very curious. Oh my god. Benji, what are you
Let
doing?
me just lean on this car.
What are you doing? Oh no.
Pidge is dead. Good talk, everyone.
So I suggest
Pidge is dead, long live Pidge.
we collect these belongings and have a look and see what's been left, etc.
Are they all still in the room? Or...
I don't know what the proprietor's done with them. We should go back and speak to him.
Okay, just keep your gun away from me, please.
Yes, Nathan will be extremely careful.
Now Pidge could
Nathan, the
also
trained
face
military
through.
officer, has a chance to. It's one to discharge his weapon.
Nathan shoots Pidge.
No.
No, no, no.
So you return to the
Pidge.
proprietor's office. He's like, "Hello, again."
Yes.
Hi.
We've terribly sorry about that small altercation outside. We've
You know how guns are.
yeah, guns. Am I right?
Pidge just looks at his measly hammer like.
About the belongings that were left behind.
Yeah.
Could we be allowed to see them now?
Yeah, sure. He kind of goes into the corner of his office and he comes out with these 2 suitcases.
Ah, so they left their suitcases.
Yep.
Is there
It's very
vehicle?
strange. Yeah.
I see. Right.
Jack, can you give me an idea roll, please?
Idea roll.
Actually, no, sorry, spot hidden roll, please.
Spot hidden. That's my jam. I love my spot hiddens.
I like jam.
Ah, I failed that one. Yeah. Bummer. Ooh, I should put a check
Okay.
next to persuade because I got that. Yeah. Okay. I don't spot any
No,
hiddens.
So he's like, no, that car's gone.
Hmm. Interesting.
It's that possessed one that ran me over.
Did you see them drive away?
No, as I said, like,
middle of the night.
I have a little shack just off the rest stop. So I was sleeping there, and I went to sleep around 11, and they were gone when I went back to the desk at 5:30. So
Hmm.
Could we be allowed to see their room?
yeah, sure. It's actually the room I was going to put you in.
Oh, perfect. Oh, then that's excellent.
Sure. So it's room number 5.
Next to Pidge. Good.
And we all
Yeah,
know where my
so-
room is now.
Next to the one.
He leads you over to the room. And
Okay.
he's like, yeah. So I'm sorry, but I've cleaned it since they were gone. But have a look around.
Thank you. What kind of state was it left in? Terrible mess or not too bad?
There was a little bit of mess. Like the bed was unmade, and like a lamp had been knocked over and stuff. But it wasn't anything too heinous.
A lamp had been knocked over. Thank you very much, good sir. I'll sure to be over if we need anything.
Okay.
I'd like to do a spot hidden on the room, see if I can find any signs of a
sweet.
struggle, even though it has been tidied. Maybe he do a
Sure.
good job. Okay.
Nope.
It's not been tidied super well.
Okay. I didn't really expect it to be.
And it's clear that no one's stayed in it since they left, which makes sense given that no one has checked in since the storm started. But yeah, no, actually, you do notice something.
Mhm.
It's just poking out from under the bed, and it's a little slim leather pocketbook.
Okay. I'd like to pick it up.
Yep. It turns out it's not just a pocketbook, it is a wallet.
Ah, yeah.
And give me a minute. Okay, so so there is a driver's license.
Yeah.
There is a New York driver's license, for a David Holpen
Aha.
inside.
So he's either driving illegally or maybe he's not driving.
Well, this is 1935. Only 39 states actually require you to have a driver's license.
Ah, is this one of them?
Well, New York does require you to have one, but it is his driver's license.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yep.
There's also about $200, not $200, about $20 cash.
Okay. Pocket that.
Pidge is horrified that you did that.
I'll give it back to him.
No, you won't.
Totally will.
But yeah, no. So you have found David Holpen's wallet.
Yes. Clearly. Anything strange in it, or it's just a wallet?
It has a grainy photograph of him and his wife.
Okay.
It appears to be taken on their wedding day.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, cash, driver's license, and a photo.
Yeah. Cool. I show it to these two. Just say, look, his wallet.
That sure is a wallet.
Yes.
Oh, don't they look nice in their wedding?
They certainly do, don't they? Look, I am concerned that perhaps an altercation took place here.
Yeah, I am too, Harold.
Yeah, I am too, Harold.
It's very, very suspicious what has happened. They left their belongings. David even left his wallet and hightailed it out in the middle of the night, and no one saw them leave. Well,
How do
obviously.
we know they left, though?
The
Not
vehicle
as in
is
that
gone.
they are physically not here.
Yes,
or
yes.
I mean,
you sassy.
someone could have nicked their car.
They didn't even check out. We don't know for sure that they left as well. I mean, someone could have stolen their car. However, no one has left the motel since the storm started. So,
Well, that
make a
means that
guess.
they're probably still here.
Uh,
Because how would they have left in the storm?
well, we
So
came
someone's
in through
obviously
the
just
storm.
disposed of the car.
I mean, I got through.
Yes, we
Have a
got
car.
through the storm. It's
But if you
possible
didn't
it's
see-
just completely.
If you didn't see him leave, I'm inclined to want to search the premises.
Same.
I certainly agree. Yes, because whether or not they're still here, something strange did happen here. Something that
Yeah.
led them to leave very quickly. So we should investigate. I wonder where to start.
Who was the last people they spoke to?
Good question. The proprietor says that he went to bed at 11, and I presume that they were still here at that time.
Maybe we should go and ask the people in the other rooms.
Yes, maybe we should ask their neighbour.
They
These
keep
two
to themselves,
coppers.
as it seems. May not be entirely forthcoming.
No harm in asking.
Very true.
Yes. We could check.
Pidge just kind of skips.
Just gonna fade the wall again.
Nathan, would you like to do the talking? I feel like your uniform would speak volumes.
I mean, these officers quite clearly just saw me shoot up the wall. So
Maybe I should do the talking.
Pidge, go ahead. As someone who's completely uninvolved in the altercation.
Knock, knock, knock. Thank you.
The door is opened by one of the two police officers. Yeah.
Excuse me, sirs. Have you... English, how do I speak? Pidge does not say that before you go with it, Benji. Do you happen to... What were you doing on the night that the name of the two people disappeared? Why is there a car in their room?
David and Jean.
Yeah.
Well, me and my partner here, you know, we're highway patrol,
Oh, of course, yes, that's very important.
and we're here. You know, the highway system doesn't exist yet.
I know. Pidge is just polite.
We're on the case of a thief.
Oh, What happened?
We have been tracking an automotive thief. It's one of these newfangled thieves we've been hearing about.
Oh, that sounds very dangerous.
And we tracked him down to this motel.
Interesting. Do you think he's still here, or do you think he's managed to
Yes,
slip
we
out of your
believe
grasp?
we believe he's in the very next room.
Oh, saucy.
But we can't let him know that we know that he's the thief.
Of course, because that would blow your cover and he'd run away.
And you know about these Mexicans, don't you?
Oh my god.
Oh. I've heard rumors.
Ah.
So we can't startle him.
Do you perhaps want me to speak? See if I can get anything out of him. Because, I mean, people think I'm dumb because I'm a blacksmith. So maybe he'll slip something that he wouldn't, of course, around you fine off.
No, that's a mighty fine idea, actually. Go right ahead. His name is Jesus Martinez.
Oh, that sounds very Mexican.
Pardon?
Sounds very Mexican.
Yeah, his name is Jesus Martinez.
Jesus.
Oh, by the way, do you two know what happened to... What? Yeah.
David and Jean.
Yeah, when was the last time you saw David?
Well, we saw him about 8 p.m. on the night that they left.
Okay, that's very helpful, thank you.
Because then a couple of days ago we got a call here that we took. We got a call because his pa was all shaken up and stuff.
Yeah, he's
And
sent
we
us
checked.
as well.
We checked for the missing car, but we couldn't find nothing.
Hmm.
And all the other we've rung all the other motels in the area, and they ain't got. However, you know, we have seen a bit of an increase in the number of abandoned vehicles, you know,
Hmm.
recently, and you know, we're being told that we got a lot more missing people being reported in our precinct.
Oh, so you think there's a connection?
No, just a fun fact.
I love these guys.
I personally have my dollaroonies on the Mexicans.
Ah, well, I'll go talk to your Mexican then, shall I?
Yeah, go for it. But you know,
Of course,
mom's
I'd
the
never
word.
blow your cover. Pidge says goodbye.
Well done, Pidge.
It's so hard to be nice. Why is there a car?
There's a stolen vehicle in his room.
That's a clue. Oh, I'm screaming. It's so hard not to be sassy. I've realised this. I'm so used to being sarcastic in my everyday life that just the moment I have to be constantly nice, I'm like...
Okay, so you go to the room of Jesus Martinez.
Hello, Jesus.
He opens the door. He is a tall, well, just imagine Gomez Adams.
Oh, I love Gomez Adams.
He's great.
Well, I can't remember what the actor's name is.
Me neither, but you know.
Yeah, so imagine Gomez Adams.
Okay, so I'm like,
And he's like, hello.
hiya, sorry to bother you. I know you must be busy, but I'm doing some investigation into the disappearance of Jack.
David and Jean
Thank you, Jack.
from room 5.
from room 5, and I was wondering when the last time was that you saw them.
Yes, the young couple, yes?
Yeah. I'll show him the picture we found.
Why?
Yeah. Yes. I didn't see much. I was writing, and so I may have seen them at dinner or about 6 p.m. on the day they left.
Oh, you're a writer.
Yes. My you may have read some of my works.
Oh, really?
Yes, such as The Stable Boy Comes a Knocking.
Oh, I love that one. It's great to read when I'm waiting for the metal to cool.
Yes, and my Cooling the Anvil as well.
Oh, yes. Every blacksmith's favorite.
Would you like me, Juan Cortez, to sign your copies?
Oh, of course. I mean, I should get on with this investigation first, but I should totally buy you a drink sometime.
Yes, and I'll tell you about my inspiration.
I look forward to it. Awkwardly walks away.
So, oh, he's gone.
Pidge is gone. Pidge has gone into the abyss.
Okay, well, that was enlightening.
Okay, so we have 8 o'clock and about 6 o'clock.
Yes.
Also, I wasn't going to accuse that guy of being a car thief. It's not fair.
No, I wonder if he's a writer. Anyway, have you actually...
Well, I think he is, because unless he's very good at unless he's signed in on a false name, I do have those books.
Ah, right, I see. Good. Good.
Why is there a car? Benji. Why is it called Mitzi?
Mitzi the car.
Mitsubishi.
Very good.
I didn't know you were a car.
Mitsubishi is here. God damn it.
Okay, so what do we know so far? There have been increased missing people and abandoned cars.
The police seem to think it's the Mexicans' fault.
I
and that they're
have,
not connected
yes,
at all.
I have a suspicion that the police are incompetent. But anyway,
I'm sure they're just not as observant as others.
Yes, certainly. So, what is curious about our case is that they have gone missing, but so has their car, which could mean that they left in said car, as everyone seems to think, or they went missing and their car was later disposed of or acquired by someone else, which is different from the previous cases in this area. So, I feel like we still don't know all that much.
Wait. Here's
Yes.
a thought. If their car is missing, are all of their car keys in as well? Because you can hotwire a car.
That's true. We should check their belongings for car keys.
Because if their keys aren't in their belongings, then there's a chance they've taken it, or the keys have
Yes.
been stolen. But if the keys are still there,
Yes,
there would be no need for them to hotwire their own car.
yes, someone else must have taken it. That's the only logical explanation. I suggest,
Go look then.
yes, we go look for the car keys.
As
that's
Rogue
what-
says, those suspicious Mexicans.
Thank you, Rogue.
Thanks, Rogue.
I just want to point out, I think Rogue is Hispanic.
I know. I'm also voice acting with Rogue later, so it's just going to be like
Awesome.
those suspicious Mexicans.
Okay, so you're looking for the car keys.
Yeah, we'll look through the belongings and I guess cast an eye over the room again. Not really expecting to find them, but yeah.
Yeah, there's
You-
the suitcase.
Don't find the car keys.
Don't find their car keys. Okay.
Okay.
Doesn't strictly say that they definitely left in their own vehicle, but means that that is still a possibility.
Yeah.
I wonder where to move from here. Does anyone have any
Are
ideas?
there more people to ask?
I suppose we could ask the rest of the other guests. There's 2 more rooms.
I mean, as long as we don't blow a hole in any of their walls, I'm sure they'll be more than willing to chat. Nathan?
All right then. Shall I ask this next room?
Yeah, you go ahead. I think now that we're out of the woods with police and
With
the
cops,
potential
yeah.
thieves,
Okay, I knock on the door of room 2.
you go, Nathan. You befriend
A
everyone.
young woman comes to the door.
Go, Nathan.
Is it-
Harold.
Nathan or Harold? What?
She bears a striking resemblance to one Clara Marriott.
What?
Is she a puddle?
Yes, can I help you?
Hello.
Classy.
Good. Harold's a bit stumped. Harold doesn't know how to take this. Does she actually strike a bearing resemblance to Clara, or are
She
you?
does. You're not sanity hallucinating here.
Yeah. That
Yet.
was my that was my concern. Have we met?
I do not believe we have.
You ever so familiar. I fear I can't quite place you.
He extends a hand and says, Emily Marriott.
Emily
He
Marriott.
extends a hand.
You wouldn't happen to know a Clara Marriott, would you?
That would be my older sister.
Your older sister.
Awkward.
I see.
Your older sister's now a puddle.
You can go look at her in the next town over.
I
She-
had the. Sorry. Yes.
She tilts her head and she's like, I'm actually on the road looking for Clara.
Ah, I see.
We fear that she may have got herself mixed up with the wrong sort of people.
I see. Well, you're half right. I actually had the pleasure of meeting Clara in a small town called Twisted Grove, where the Templeton Watch Factory is based.
She's nodding. I've heard of Templeton.
Yes. We actually investigated something together. A friend of hers had passed away suddenly and mysteriously, and that's what we were investigating together.
Well, if you are still in contact with my sister, we'd very much appreciate it if she called home and just told her, she has cancer.
Yes, I'm aware. She said so multiple times throughout the course of our entanglement. I'm afraid I'm not in contact with her. I'm not sure how one would contact her.
Seance.
Awkward.
I'm sorry. I was taken aback there. I'm actually here on other business. I'd be very happy to speak to you about Clara later, but I'm actually in search of a couple, David and Jean Holpen, who were in room 5. Young couple. I show the photograph.
Yes.
They left here very quickly, and I was wondering if you knew anything about their stay here or their possible whereabouts now.
Well, it's funny that you should mention it. For I was entertaining the lovely Mr. Cortez in the room next door. As I'm a fan of his works. It shames me to say.
Pidge appears. So am I!
But he and I had a late dinner. The chef was more than happy to prepare something for us, and we talked about his works, his inspirations. And about 11 o'clock, we were overstopped because we had the squeal of tires, and a car rather abruptly sped out of the parking lot.
I see.
Um,
David and Jean's car?
I wouldn't be able. I didn't see them. I had arrived
Ah.
before they did,
Pity.
and I spent most of my time around, so I wouldn't be able to pick their car out of a lineup. But
Yes. Was it? Would you say it was before or after 11? Is it, if you've had
maybe
to...
maybe a little after 11.
A little after 11. Right, I see. Yes. Interesting.
So wait.
Yeah.
1 sec. I have to mute. Flatmates.
Okay. Right. You didn't spend any time speaking to them while they were here?
No, just pleasantries over dinner and whatnot. You know, we were all cooped up like this. We all tended to end up going to the diner at the same time.
I see. Do you and Cortez typically have dinner together? Why am I asking that, Pidge?
No. It's just that I became aware of who he was, and I wanted to express my gratitude for his
yes.
work.
Yes, absolutely, as anyone would.
Wait, so did you and Mr. Cortez go to dinner at with the rest of the guests at 6, or did you wait and then go later together?
We waited. I she kind of flushes like I had a little dose of laudanum and took a nap, and so I did not eat until maybe 8 or 9.
Do you know if Cortez ate early?
He may have done. He didn't eat very much when I had dinner. He kind of supped on a light snack, but I wouldn't say that he dined with me.
But you were together when you heard the tires squealing.
We were very much together when we heard the tires.
Very much together. I see.
We were sat across the table from one another.
Of course.
Don't be a perv, Harold.
Wouldn't have expected anything else. Well, thank you ever so much for your time. We must catch up to discuss your sister, and I'll let you know everything I know about where she's been and where she may be heading, and so on. As soon as I've discovered what has happened to our dear friends. If you happen to remember anything out of the ordinary about them and about their stay here, or anything that happened since, I would be very, very grateful if you could inform me.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Pidge waves.
Oh boy, that's going to be a tough conversation that happens at some point.
Pidge is like, how come?
You than me, Harold.
Well, you see, Pidge, I'm making sure that she's definitely out of earshot at this point.
She's just behind you.
Yeah, standing listening. You see, Pidge, I was with Clara in Twisted Grove, and in our investigation, we came across some kind of an eldritch horror, shall we say, and Clara, unfortunately, did not survive the encounter.
Pidge is like, are you sure you just didn't get too drunk?
I'm fairly sure, Pidge. I'm fairly sure.
Sure, eldritch horror, sure.
Yes,
I believe you.
eldritch
You
horror.
seem like an honest man.
Oh,
but
that's right. I assumed that Pidge wasn't with us when we did
Pidge is a blacksmith.
the farmhouse. Yeah. I thought that Pidge was with us in the first episode, but Pidge wasn't.
Nope. Pidge is a small boy.
Ah, yeah, that's right.
Pidge believes you because he doesn't think the worst of people.
Yes. Look, there has been some very strange goings on, Pidge. Nathan will vouch for me here. Things...
Oh yeah, weird stuff tends to happen around us now.
Yes. Things that we thought could not possibly be possible are possible now.
Well, then it seems rather dangerous for me to be here. Also, what the heck, Benji?
I don't know. Cortez is up. Anyway.
Not now, Cortez.
Right, there's one more room. Shall I check this one out?
Of course.
Yeah.
Maybe Nathan should,
Yes, maybe Nathan should. Just
in case it's another sibling of your dead friend.
yeah. Yeah.
Who are we looking for again?
David and Jean.
Oh, those are the names of my aunt and uncle. I
Really?
really should remember that.
Caitlin, I've got some bad news about your aunt and uncle.
They're in Scotland. It's basically the same as the desert. It's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, Al, do you want to pass me the photo?
Yes, here you go. Part of the photo.
Happy Christmas.
I knock on the door.
You've been around naval bases a lot.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, you have. Your character is a naval officer.
Yes.
You'll have been around naval bases a lot.
Yes.
And I can't. The woman who opens the door is a prostitute.
Pidge
You
turns
know
red.
this because you've seen many a prostitute come back to the naval base.
Good. Good.
Hello.
Oh god, it's not that voice again.
How can I help you, sugar?
We're looking for these two people who are in room 5. I hold up the photo.
Oh, yeah.
Name of
Yeah.
David and Jean.
Jean.
Do you know anything about what happened to them? Because
No,
they've gone
sugar.
missing.
You know, I was here. I was just waiting for a ride. Head out to the army base out in Irving, but I got stuck in this place.
Uh-huh.
So just been killing time here. If you want to kill it with me,
I'm okay. Maybe
very
we'll-
reasonable rates.
It just turned bright red.
Nathan is just like kind of frozen.
I think Harold might have to step in. Harold steps in and says, "Now, look, we really are in a little bit of a hurry. So, if you could just let us know if you've heard, if you noticed anything strange occurring while they were here."
Well, this guy's blowing off a perfectly good hooker, so I think that's a little strange.
Mm.
I was blowing you off.
No, because that'd be my job, sugar.
Oh God.
Pidge is just dead. Pidge just died.
Stop dabbing! Would just like to point out that Benji literally he's dabbing again.
Just keep
Punch
dabbing.
him. Punch him.
All right.
And because the NPCs do whatever I do,
She dabbing.
stab it like every few seconds.
You
I haven't seen anything strange.
are you okay, ma'am?
It's a new craze, Nathan. Ignore it.
Twitch there. You can see-
Right. Well, look, if you happen to recall anything, particularly about the day that they left, we would be ever so grateful if you could inform us.
When was the last time you saw them?
When was the last time you saw them, man?
Thank you.
Can you stop with...
Stop dabbing, Benji.
I'd say I last saw them at dinner on the day that they left.
Why do you have my hand, ma'am?
I'd say the last time I saw them was dinner on the day they left. So about 6 p.m.
Awesome.
Yes. Okay.
Bye.
Are you sure you don't need to see a doctor for that twitch you got there?
No, I'm perfectly dandy.
I am a doctor.
I'm a blacksmith. I could probably hammer it in.
Well, that's
She looks Pidge up and down and says, "I wouldn't mind being hammered by you."
Oh my God.
After the investigation, honey. After the investigation.
To date, only $75 an hour. 75
Whoa.
cents an hour.
Right.
well, that sure is reasonable.
Pidge keeps running.
Nathan just smiles and goes, "Thank you for your time."
Thanks ever so much. Yes. I guess we're
Put the
gonna
buzz on.
I would move if I could move my mouse. There we go.
reconvene somewhere.
In the room,
Yeah, back to room 5.
behind locked doors, maybe.
Yeah,
What the heck is Cortez doing?
I don't know. He keeps
Oh no,
sidling
I'm in
about.
Cortez's room.
You just why are you in Cortez's room?
You two are in the policeman's room.
I mean.
Yeah, you guys are one room up.
Just
Phasing,
like-
phasing.
Charging through the walls from room to room.
Well, he's probably big enough to do that. Just ka-dunk, ka-dunk.
A lot of cars outside. Anyway. Right. So
God
what do
damn
we
it,
know?
Christine.
Christine the Chrysler? Anyway.
Christine, not now. God damn it.
Later, Christine, later.
Later, Christine.
So what do we know? They were last actually seen at 6 p.m.
8 p.m. No.
8 p.m. the police saw them, that's correct, yes.
Yeah.
I wonder what they were doing.
Why
at
is
the
there a
time.
hooker in our room? Get out. Nathan, no.
Last saw them at, they were last seen at 8 p.m. Tires squealing and a car vanishing at 11 p.m. So someone leaving in a hurry, it appears. Or just after 11 p.m. when the proprietor went to bed. Also, if they can both be, well, if Ms. Marriott can be trusted, she and Cortez were together at the time, so are not likely to be involved.
Neither would the police, potentially.
Well, they have only themselves as witnesses. Perhaps, yes,
True.
I suppose, yeah.
So they do seem more focused on Mexicans than on whatever your elder
Yes.
car is.
I wonder how on earth they've managed to get his name so wrong. Anyway,
They're racist. Funny.
yes, I suppose. But anyway.
Just like,
Right. What to do
when
now?
did the wait, when did the proprietor last?
I'm not certain.
He said he went to bed.
He
Like,
went
told
to
us when
bed
he went
at
to
11,
bed,
yes.
but he didn't tell us when he last.
Yes, maybe one more trip to the proprietor. Ask him when he last saw them.
Let's go phase through his wall.
Yes.
Hello, honey. I'm here.
Good,
Hi.
sir.
Everything can go well if you visit.
Yes, spiffing, don't you know? Now, we have one final question about David and Jean. Well,
Spiffing me.
final for now. Hush, Pidge. Now, we have just been asking the guests, not bothering anyone, you understand, just querying about their whereabouts. When was the very last time that you saw David and Jean?
A little about 7.
7. All right, I see. What were they doing?
Returning to their room.
I see. Right. Thank you.
Okay, so they were probably coming back from dinner at that.
Yes. So how did the police see them at 8 o'clock? We should go ask them again.
Yep. Let's.
That's Pidge's responsibility.
I was thinking potentially Nathan as well, because the
Hang on.
uniform.
Yeah, but Nathan shot your door.
Yes, but blame it on the Mexicans. That's fine.
Nathan's gonna be like that.
Sorry, hang on. Nathan's BRBing, which allows me to do this.
Oh.
What, put a car in Nathan's place, yeah?
Something's going on over here.
What the heck? Manuel. Why is Lin-Manuel Miranda here?
There is a Hispanic man in shabby clothes who you have not met yet,
Ah.
idling down the corridor.
Excuse me, sir. A moment of your time.
Hi.
Si, senor?
My name is Dr. Harold Armitage. Of whom do I have the pleasure?
Manuel, sir.
Manuel. A pleasure to meet you, Manuel. What do you do here?
I clean.
You
Sir.
clean. Excellent. Excellent. I'm looking for
Yeah.
someone who was staying here not long ago. David and Jean, this couple. I show Manuel the picture. They left in quite a hurry. I was wondering when the last time you saw them was.
Psychology roll.
Psychology roll. Ooh, this is exciting.
Is
Character
this
sheet.
both of us?
Yeah, you can both try it.
Okay.
God damn it.
Where's psychology?
That was a very high roll. I missed that by a long way.
Nope.
Ah!
Lol, 69.
Hey, you
It's
know what
the
that
sex
means.
number.
I don't have enough
Nice.
for chicken nuggets. Anyway,
No, sir. No, I do not see them, sir.
Rubra is voicing something which I also had considered, but anyway.
Mm.
Isn't it the guy from Faulty Towers? Is what Rubra says.
Oh god. There's a throwback.
Yeah. Oh, I love Faulty Towers. Manuel's great. Anyway, R.I.P. Andrew Sachs.
So you haven't seen them at all?
No, sir.
Did you clean room 5?
See, sir.
Did you find anything odd?
No, sir.
Did it look like someone had broken something?
No, sir. Perfectly clean. Had no time at all.
Look here, Manuel.
Oh shit.
Look here. I know that you're not being entirely truthful with us, because we spoke to the proprietor who informed us that, first of all, the bed was unmade, which is perfectly natural for a room after you've been a guest inside, although somewhat inconsiderate for the cleaning staff. However, there was also a lamp knocked to the ground, as if, perhaps, a struggle had taken place. What do you say to that, Manuel?
Pidge bulks himself up.
Let me clean your room, sir.
Manuel!
Can Pidge
I
grab
need
him
you
by
to
the
be
arm?
truthful with me.
He goes into a room.
Oh. I follow him.
Why did Manuel just phase through me?
He turns around, and when he turns around, he's holding a switchblade.
Oh, fuck.
He's what?
Holding a switchblade.
Pidge is not.
Well, I mean, Nathan still has his rifle.
Harold,
but he's inside your muzzle range now.
I
What
would.
do I have?
Do I have time to draw my gun at least?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to
Do I
draw
have
it
any weapons?
and act defensively.
Oh, I
Right.
do have a weapon. I can punch people. Great. I have no weapon.
Listen up.
Yes.
You're about to blow the fucking cover, and there's fucking pigs up there.
Yeah, I'm aware. They seem to hate Mexico.
Yeah, and they're looking for me.
Oh.
Legendary automobile thief, I take it.
The fuck you talking about, man?
You're not
No.
an automobile thief.
No.
Right.
I got caught speeding my truck.
Speeding your truck.
They're not after you.
I deliver produce to the West Coast,
Ah.
but I was caught
Produce.
speeding. But I managed to outrun them, ditch my truck, backtrack here, and they're so colorblind, if you know what I mean,
Yeah.
that they just saw one Mexican for another.
I take it that you are Jesus Martinez.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I'm not a car thief.
You're not a
Are you
car
an
thief.
author?
I see.
No, I deliver produce to like LA, San Francisco, San Diego,
Produce.
like cabbages, potatoes.
Ah, that's what we're
Corn.
calling it these days, is it?
Listen, man. I got a fucking good reason for speeding,
Oh,
and I've
yes?
seen your fucking couple, you know.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Would you be so kind as to divulge anything? And of course, we would never, if you were to help us, we wouldn't let slip to anyone your true identity.
In fact,
Well,
we would probably throw them off your trail.
So it's gonna sound crazy, but I saw a flying man on Route 66.
Right. A flying man. Could you
Yeah.
describe this man to us?
It was just like a man, you know, like a man shape.
A man.
It
Floating
looked like a
or
man
with
flying
wings?
through the air like a bird.
With
I'm
with
walking in
wings?
the air.
Just hovering, or did he have some kind of wings?
Well, no, just moving through the air like it was nothing, like it was walking, but like running.
I see.
And then fucking that's why I was spinning. I was like, holy Christ, gotta get out of here. And that's when the cops came after me.
Hmm.
But then I got to the parking lot here, and it was late at night, and there was some guy lying in the parking lot, and I was like, oh, maybe he's drunk, maybe he's had too much to drink. But his I could see his chest. And it was all busted up, and it was like looked dry, man. Like those bodies, like those mummies from Egypt, like.
Yes.
But his jaw was messed up. And his face was like bruised to shit.
Hmm.
And then I look up, and there's a man just standing there with a woman, and she was struggling with him. And then there was a crunching sound from when he grabbed hold of her.
Okay.
And then he threw her in a car and sped off.
I see. And could you identify the woman from this picture?
Yeah, man. The woman was that woman, and the man was that man. The man who grabbed her was that man.
I see. That is interesting. So, did you recognize the other man, the desiccated, bruised, beaten man?
No, man. No.
Do you know where they went? Wait.
They just sped off into the desert, man. It was dark.
Like which way? Left or right?
Come on. I'll show you out in the parking lot.
Okay.
Oh.
To the parking lot. Da-da-da-da.
Stop phasing through walls, Nathan.
I am the void.
So he comes over here, and he's like, they were parked right in this spot here.
I see.
And they drove that away.
Cool.
That away.
Okay.
Can you give me a spot hidden roll?
Yeah.
Sure.
Spot your hidden, boys.
You spot your
Yeah, boy.
Ah.
Yes!
Oh, there we go.
Pidge, you notice that there is a...
dead.
There are signs that a car has been driven off into the desert that way, and there are followable tracks.
Hey guys, look, there's tracks over here.
Oh yeah.
How bad is the
Slow
storm at the
down.
moment?
Well, you guys are in an eye of the storm,
Yeah.
so it looks fine to you. You
Yeah.
can see the storm on the horizon,
Yeah.
but it looks like you are just kind of temporarily in the eye of the storm. You just can't get in or out because you're surrounded by the storm.
Yeah. What do you say, folks? Should we see if we can follow them?
Probably should.
One more thing, Jesus. I have a question concerning the man lying in the car park, parking lot rather. You didn't do anything with said man, I take it. You just left him, being in a rush, being undercover
Yeah,
and
but
so on.
by the time I dared to come outside again, he was gone.
I see. When was that?
Well, when I popped my head out again at like 7 a.m., he was gone.
7 a.m. So sometime between 11 o'clock at night and 7 a.m., this person went missing.
The
Well,
proprietor came back at
person was-
5:30.
Yes. What was that, Jesus?
Yeah, no. Well, he was already probably gone, but that his body was gone.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, exactly. Yes, yes. I see. Right. Well, thank you. I rest assured that we won't be informing anyone of your true identity. But if we have any more questions, I expect you to be forthright with us.
Of course, sir. As long as you don't like rat me out.
Of course not, Jesus. Okay. I guess we're going to drive off into the desert.
Are you going to drive it out there?
Let's have a discussion. Group huddle. Drive off after the tracks or walk after the tracks?
I'd say walk, because if we lose the track in a car, it's a lot more backtracking to do.
Yeah. Not to mention our own tracks might confuse it.
Also, I don't have a car.
You could probably fit anyway.
I have a horse.
I
This
guess
is Jeffrey. Say hello.
hello, Jeffrey. I
Jeffrey
stole a
knows.
horse in the last campaign. Anyway,
Can you give me a spot hidden roll, folks?
yes.
Oh god. Jeffrey is actually Cthulhu.
Oh, I
Aw.
scored 100.
We're all terrible.
Oh, it's a shame. Okay, we don't spot anything, I guess.
No.
So, can we
Good
just
talk,
follow
everyone.
these tracks?
Yeah.
Okay.
After about half a mile, you come to a tarpaulin
Oh.
in the desert.
Oh.
It's been covered in dust and debris to make it blend into the desert, but it's definitely a tarpaulin.
Yep. Can we identify the shape underneath it by any chance?
No.
Could it be a car?
I'm gonna guess you say that in character.
Yes. I suggest that we have a look under this tarpaulin. Gingerly, mind, very cautiously.
I lift the tarpaulin.
God damn it, Nathan. It explodes. We all die. End of.
It is indeed a car. There is a body in the front passenger seat.
Oh boy.
Is it the lady?
Well, it's what used to be a lady.
Oh boy.
Oh, cheerful.
I think
I'd much rather have the
found
hooker.
Jean.
Again, it matches Jesus's description of like a mummified corpse. It is dried out. It's
Yeah.
half naked, and from what skin does remain, what hydrated skin does remain, it has been beaten quite heavily.
It's crusty.
Pidge covers the naked bit with his jacket.
Aww, such a wholesome boy.
He is a wholesome boy, and Bendy's gonna hurt him.
There is a slim purse in the passenger footwell.
Pick it up.
Yep. I guess Nathan's closest.
Pick it up, Nathan.
I pick up the purse and like open it.
There's about $5 cash. A New York driver's license in the name of Gene Holpen, and a semi-informal photo that matches the faces in the wedding one you already have.
I think we definitely found Jean.
Yes, it appears so.
So we found Jean, but we haven't found Dave.
Do we really need to?
I mean, you aren't obligated to, but he did ask. Find them both. I'd
Well, I
appreciate
mean-
the assistant.
David is his son.
Yeah, out of the two of them, he's probably a bit more interested in him.
I mean, you helped me out, so
Yes.
I'll nod at Harold and I'll see this through.
Thank you, Nathan. Thank you. I
Are
wonder.
there any tracks leading away from the car?
Yeah.
Should we do a spot hidden?
Yeah, give me a spot hidden.
We die in the desert. End of story.
Rolling so badly on spot hidden today.
No, you don't see any other tracks leading off.
Okay. Right, folks. What do we do
Sit and
then?
cry.
Oh, by the
it's
way,
worth,
this is their car, isn't it?
This is their car, yeah.
Yeah. So I wonder where David
The
got to.
license plate matches the license plate listed on on both drivers.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. What do we do then?
Cry.
There's a 2% chance I passed the Cthulhu mythos thing.
Actually,
Okay.
looking at the corpse, yeah, can we inspect the corpse a bit more closely?
Yeah. Jack, give me a medicine roll.
Medicine. And this is the urgent one.
Non-urgent roll.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Healed for
I'm
5
gonna
hit
send
points.
you.
Yeah.
Jack,
You're breaking up a bit,
without...
Benji. Can you start again?
Do you have a way of looking at your Discord without
Yes, yeah.
stream seeing it?
I got Discord.
Yeah, let me send you a message.
Okay.
Do you have Discord on your phone?
No, but I've got two screens, so
Oh, okay.
yeah. I can even drag it over. I've got it set to record the browser rather than my monitor, so it's fine. Boom. How is everyone doing today?
I have coffee. All
Ah,
done.
nice. I've just poured some wine.
I'm not an alcoholic.
I'm not an alcoholic.
Wasted potential.
I do like drinking a lot, though.
Offensiveness.
We have a podcast dedicated to it,
To my alcoholism, yeah, okay.
which you should watch. Wink.
Yeah, go listen to Wasted Potential. There's 2 episodes up now.
Ooh, I got a match on Tinder.
Hawk would like to know what he's missed.
Caitlin got a match on Tinder. That's what you missed.
How long have you been gone, Hawk?
Caitlin.
So I realise Hawk can't hear us. Well, he can hear us in
Yeah,
a few minutes.
a little
but,
bit
like,
behind, yeah.
In like 10 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think we're that behind, so hopefully it's...
We're like
yeah.
half a minute
Oh, okay.
at max.
Okay, thought we were a bit better than that.
I don't know, I'm normally able to tell, but I'm not running the screen.
Yeah, me neither.
So
I've
I
only
can't
got chat
awkwardly
open.
wiggle. You are running the stream.
Oh, running the stream. I see. Okay, I'm wiggling my... Oh, wait. I'm wiggling my mouse around now.
And then see when I found a match on Uber Eats.
Oh boy, Hawk has missed a bit. We found the actual car thief. Well, who isn't even a car thief. He was just speeding to get away from a horrible demon thing. He told us that he had spotted a scuffle in a car park in which a man had been killed and his body sort of left dehydrated and all gross. And a man and woman, who he identified as David and Jean, fled in a vehicle very quickly, David appearing to be manhandling Jean. And we followed the tracks which they had gone out on and discovered a car with Jean inside, dead. And I have just been examining the corpse, and I have identified some... a primary cause of death, shall we say. Essentially, mass sudden dehydration.
Fire!
No, not as such. Well, no.
It wouldn't be fire because Pidge would recognise that.
Yeah, that's true.
Pidge has burned himself a lot.
Yeah. No, I believe that we have actually encountered... Well, I have encountered a corpse like this before in Sholo. In fact, it was Bertrand Merriweather who appeared to have been killed in the same way. Oh, and Nathan was with me for that. Is that right? Yeah.
Bertrand Merriweather was exsanguinated and had his body filled with sand.
Oh shit! Yeah, all his blood got sucked out. It's not quite the same thing.
It was
yeah.
not Dysentery Rogue. It's not always dysentery. He wasn't doing anything suspicious in detention.
Right.
Rogue will get that reference, and very few others will.
So
So you've seen dehydration victims.
yeah. Seen dehydration victims, but nothing like this. I take it. You're breaking up again.
Yeah, I can't.
Didn't catch any of that. Can you just start from the top? Oh,
Silence.
silence. Are they still?
You're cutting out a bit for me, Jack.
Ah, right, yeah. No, you were cutting out for us as well.
We can't. Yeah,
Can
I
you just
barely
can
hear
you start from the top?
You've seen dehydration victims before.
Yep.
Bertrand Merriweather was not dehydrated.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
exsanguinated and had his blood replaced by sand.
Yeah, that's right.
You've never seen a dehydration victim this severely dehydrated.
Yeah, where it's all just gone.
This is
Yep.
Yeah, this is almost like someone has flash superheated in front. There's been a flash superheating moment before in front of them.
Right. Okay. Can I roll a Cthulhu mythos? Because why not?
Yeah, go for it.
Can I roll?
No.
Yeah, go for it.
I mean, I have a 2, so this ain't gonna
No.
work.
I had a 4, but meh. Okay.
I don't have it at all.
All right.
Well, I probably
enough.
do, but there's no point in me rolling
No,
because
no.
Pidge's assumption will not be Cthulhu.
Yeah. All right. I relay this information to the other two, and
Pidge says, "Ew."
yes, it is indeed ew, Pidge. Yes. Well, what do we do now? So let's recount again. A corpse looking similar to this, left in the parking lot and vanished by the morning. David and Jean apparently having a struggle, then speeding off in this direction, and now Jean dead in a similar way to that corpse in the parking lot. So we also have a flying man, which, well, that's interesting.
Well, it's whether the flying man is potentially the guy who is now dead and we haven't found.
That's possible. Or the flying man could be David.
Yeah, or a completely other person.
Or, yeah, someone that we've not encountered to date, yeah.
I think the plan is either we go and try and find
That's
the dead guy, or we try and find David.
Yes. I wonder where we would start. Presumably, David would have left this car, but there are no tracks. Also, the person who was dead in the car park, the only person that may have encountered them would have been the proprietor.
Because he seems to have been the only one awake.
Yes. Yes, he would have got up at 5:30 if he's to be believing. So we could ask him if he saw anything. Well, then again,
Where's his shack in correspondence to that?
yeah. Where's his shack? Do we know where his shack is, Benji? Boop.
Oh yes, Jack, I know.
Yeah, good.
I am Benji. Fear me.
Oh, Benji's appeared as a separate
She's a separate
Speaker.
entity.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
can hear you. Yes.
Okay. We've had some tech issues on Alex's laptop, so we'll use mine.
Okay, right. Cool.
Huh?
The chat wants
Yeah,
Taco
fine.
Bell now. You can't
Okay.
have Taco Bell chat.
So, I think Jack was. So, what is your next plan of action, Jack?
We want to know where the proprietor's shack is. I presume it's probably quite noticeable by the motel, right?
Yeah, it's on the opposite side of the motel to the place you left,
Okay.
and it's like a tiny one-room shack.
Yeah. Okay. So, just laying out the idea, I think what Pidge and I were discussing is that we want to check out this shack, because if this proprietor was the last person to see that body in the car park, then they haven't mentioned it, which means that they're likely somehow involved. Of course, it's entirely possible the proprietor had nothing to do with it, but we'd like to check out their shack, maybe sneak in.
Before we ask.
Yeah, because, I mean, I don't see much point in blatantly asking them, say, did you see a desiccated body in the car park the night that those people left? Because I would have expected that would have been maybe his first thing to tell us.
And maybe the police would have been looking at that.
Yeah, we know they're incompetent, but also...
Now, they're just unobservant.
Oh, yes, just racist, yeah. So, yes, I think that's the plan.
We're gonna
Okay,
go
so
check.
you head to his shack.
We do indeed. Oh,
Hello, pub.
roll 20. Help me.
Clara! Oh my god, you're not dead.
All right.
Okay, you enter his shack.
Is there anything suspicious?
Yeah, look for suspicious things. Spot hidden, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Let's find it. Porn stash.
Yeah.
Harold found it.
I'm rolling very badly this session. Oh, no, I didn't. That was me. Oh, good. I was reading Pidge's.
That Pidge is not found it.
Harold, you find nothing of suspicion.
Okay. Folks, I don't think there's anything to find here. We've searched this place top to bottom. I think the proprietor is either innocent of whatever is going on, or is very, very good at hiding things and has not laid them out in his shack. So, let's leave the shack before we get caught here and discuss our next move.
Are you heading back to the motel?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Let's go back to room 5.
There we go.
There we go. Oh, I'll just get into focus and then open up the... There we go. Whoa. We're all good.
Hi, Harold.
Right.
Did you miss me?
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing?
Chair
no.
squeaking. Right. Well, what's occurring, folks? What are we
People
doing
are
here?
dead.
That's
yeah.
correct. That is indeed correct. A knock upon the door.
Hello.
There is a knock at the door.
I suppose I'll answer it.
Don't get
It
shot.
is Juan Cortez, writer extraordinaire.
Ah, Mr. Cortez. How do you do?
I'm very good. Are you gentlemen fans of martinis?
We've
I've never
encountered
had
him.
one.
Oh, wait, hang
Whoa.
on. What?
Are you fans of martinis? What? Shaken,
Fans-
not stirred.
Fans of martinis or friends of Martinez? Because I'm not sure which you said.
I said, are you fans of martinis?
Oh my god. I heard friends of Martinez, who is the guy who is also in the hotel.
Are
Okay.
you fans of martinis? Do
Uh,
you like alcohol?
yeah. Why, yes. I'm partial to a snifter.
Allow me to mix you some martinis and tell you a story.
How very kind.
That sounds like some sort of innuendo.
If you want innuendos, go to room
Innuendo.
1. Benji.
I would like to keep a very close eye on him while he's mixing up his martinis in case he tries to
He-
poison us, because Harold is
he's
very
mixing up-
suspicious.
Some martinis.
Yeah.
And he starts to tell you a story.
Okay.
About 30 years ago, when I was a young man, I was just drifting about without a purpose. One day I was by the fire station, it doesn't matter where, cooling off in the water running from the hoses,
when a group of determined and dusty-looking men drove up in a battered car. They offered the firemen a wad of bills to borrow some of their equipment, and one of them asked me if I wanted to make some money at a dangerous job. Shake, 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 shake.
Why do you say shake when you shake?
Being young and full of myself, I was all for it. Well, we rode out into the desert and we set up our gear. I had an old backpack pumper on and they had the hoses and whatnot. One old guy, he looked like he was an Indian, made some marks on the ground and started chanting something. Well, after about 30 minutes passed, and this guy just came flying, and I mean literally flying out of the desert. One of the young guys emptied a Tommy gun into the flying man, and something came out of that man, and they started spraying it with water. They yelled at me, and I started spraying it and screaming like a wild animal. The thing, whatever it was, looked like a man of dust. The water was clearly hurting it, and eventually it was reduced to a pile of foul-smelling dust. The old man gave me another $50 and told me never to tell the police. I never have. I've always been a moral man, but this wasn't murder. Even though I was just a green kid, I could see they were ridding the world of something evil. He's now pouring the martinis. I overheard your conversation about some of the things you've witnessed. And I hate to say it, but I overheard your conversation with Mr. Martinez. And I believe that the thing I defeated 30 years ago, or another one of its kind, may have awoken in these parts.
Right. Well, that's a frustration. So,
I've got a bucket of water.
how many of you were there? Three of you with the water, I believe.
4 of us with the water.
4 of you spraying water on it. It had to be summoned by a ritual and filled full of bullet holes, and then sprayed with water.
Well, interestingly enough, about 15 years after the event, I bumped into one of the gentlemen, completely coincidental, in San Francisco. And I asked him more about that fateful day. And he told me that it was some sort of spirit that could possess a man.
I see.
And so you do not need the ritual if you know who the host is.
Yes.
David.
I expect it's David.
I mean, all clues point
Yeah.
to David.
Yeah.
But
I
you will
wonder.
need a great deal of water to defeat it.
Yes.
We are in the desert.
And there's a sandstorm. I wonder if we could somehow detect, well, find the person who is hosting this demon, if we didn't know exactly where they were.
What do you mean, good sir?
Well,
Shout David in the middle of the desert till he turns
we
up.
believe we know who the host is, but we do not know where they are. And so I suppose, really, we just need to...
From what the man told me, these demons cannot travel too far.
Aye, I see.
So he may still be in the area, looking for sustenance.
Indeed.
Several dead people.
And we need a great amount of water. Where the hell are we going to get that?
No, is there an oasis near here that hold him under?
Well, there's a hose in the cleaning closet.
Would that do the trick, do you think? You've encountered this beast before. You think if we were to...
If you attached it to the tap in the diner's restaurant, in the diner's kitchen, then
Yes.
it might be powerful enough.
Might be powerful enough.
I mean, it's either that or let him continue kill.
Yes. I mean, we certainly need to deal with him somehow. It's just how.
I say let's go get a hose.
I suppose so. All right. How about this? We camp out in a vehicle in the car park and just wait. If he shows his face, we somehow garner his attention, fill him full of holes, and spray water at him. I mean, it doesn't seem like a completely infallible plan, but I think it's the best we've got at the moment.
Okay, well, I don't have a gun, so I'm gonna go get the hose.
Nathan happens to have 2.
I also don't know how to use a gun.
Ah, a frustration. Well, Pidge
it's
can
a hammer.
certainly... You can handle the hose, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, I make swords for a living.
I wonder if the proprietor would be suspicious. I suppose we could just answer questions later. What time is it, Benji?
It's coming up to about 6 o'clock in the evening.
6 o'clock in the evening, right.
Dinner time.
Dinner time, yeah. Maybe we grab something to eat because we've got full board, and then afterwards we set up in the car park and just wait and see if he shows up at night looking for another body to feed off.
Prepare for a pitch.
Sounds like a good a plan as any.
I suppose. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're going to do.
Rubra says roll to do a rain dance. Okay, let's go to dinner.
I guess we go to dinner. Funny that it seems like it's sucking water out of people, but then water is the thing that kills him.
I mean, we drown.
That's true, yeah. We do drown.
Okay, so you head to the restaurant.
Yes.
Nom 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 nom.
Probably over dinner, just keep an eye out for everyone. Make sure that nothing weird is going on.
Keep the prostitute
Yeah,
at arm's length.
All the other patrons come and go.
We're all sat at different tables.
You can't sit with us. Wait, I'm
gonna
gonna sit with
over
Nathan.
here.
Take that, Harold.
That's over here.
And
Come back.
so all the other patrons like come and go, getting food, commenting on when you think the storm's going to let up.
Yeah.
After she eats, the prostitute from room 1 heads out into the forecourt, heads out into the parking lot, and kind of starts business hours.
Okay.
Pidge goes back inside.
There's something niggling at me that I'm not happy about. And that is who that other person was who was killed on the night that they disappeared.
I mean,
No
yes,
one's-
but we couldn't find the body.
Yeah, can't find the body. No one has mentioned them. It's very peculiar.
Maybe it was the previous host.
Possibly, yeah. How interesting. Well, we should keep an eye out for clues of that nature. Maybe I'd ask the proprietor if he happens to be around.
You have fun with that.
Yeah.
I
You
just
don't
want to
see
eat.
you don't encounter the proprietor unless you go and seek him out.
Yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to seek him out.
It's like Nanny McPhee. When you need him. but when you want him, but don't need him.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'll leave McPhee out of it for now. And I suppose
That's his name now.
have some dinner and mentally prepare myself to fight a demon. That's if the demon even shows up. He might not be hungry tonight.
Pidge still doesn't believe it's a demon.
Yeah.
He's just like, meh.
And I'm totally fine with that. I'm sure that if Pidge does encounter this demon, Pidge will believe that it's a demon.
Pidge will just spray it and ask questions later.
Yeah. I'm glad that Pidge trusts us in that way, because that's
Pidge
good.
trusts everyone. Like, if the demon came up to him and asked for help, Pidge would help the demon. He's
Right.
such a sweet boy, and Ventu's gonna hurt him.
Okay. So probably head outside. Sit in a car, I guess. A little bit of shelter from the cold night.
Have a chat with the prostitute, you know.
Try and ignore the prostitute. And just wait, I suppose.
Ethan,
Oh, and get the pose set up, of course. Once
I have
dinner
a
is
pose.
over. Yeah.
Okay, so
Nathan's refusing.
at about 11 o'clock,
Oh boy.
You see the proprietor coming out of his shack.
Yeah. Okay.
Thought you went to bed at 11.
Yeah. Interesting.
And he steps out onto the forecourt, and he's kind of eyeing up the prostitute a little bit.
Ah.
Pidge hides in the car.
Oh god, where's the prostitute gone?
Where's the
Yeah.
prostitute gone?
Oh no, I know where the prostitute is.
It's like, where's Wally, but where's the prostitute?
Where's the prostitute?
I
There
remember
she
where the
is.
prostitute is now.
Ruper is campaigning for you not to hurt the sweet boy.
We might all get squished today. That's just the way it goes. It happened so quickly with Stephanie.
It's okay, Stephanie can be reincarnated.
You
As
noticed that.
Cthulhu.
You noticed that. Despite the temperature having cooled down a little bit, the proprietor is still sweating quite profusely.
Hmm. Okay. Can
Maybe
I?
That's why he needs more.
He's sweating. That's interesting.
Wait, no, sorry, no, I'll make it my own. Yep. So he is sweating quite profusely.
Right. I wonder if. Right. I'm going to go speak to him.
Hello,
Don't
sir.
tell him
Can
we're
I
here.
help you?
Good sir. Yes. On the night of the disappearance of on the night that our two friends left this place, no one else happened to leave at around that same time, did they?
No, sir.
No. Ah, that's strange. It's just that someone else was spotted with them at around the time that they were leaving. Ah, well, it's a shame that. Never mind. Are you quite all right?
No, I'm absolutely fine, sir.
Sure, you don't appear so well. I'm a doctor, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Allow me to take your temperature. I rest a hand on his forehead.
He is burning up,
Burning up. You're burning up, my good man.
Jack
which
steps
is
on
weird
fire.
because when you pull your hand away, you'd expect your hand to be quite sweaty. Your hand is bone dry.
Yeah, you're burning up, my good man.
In the sky, by the way.
Would you care to have an examination?
I'm perfectly fine, sir.
I don't believe that you are, my good man. I fear that I have encountered such a case before, and if not dealt with immediately, it can worsen very rapidly. You know, you could be dead by tomorrow morning.
Are you threatening me, sir?
Of course not, my good man. Why on earth would you say something like that? I'd like to get ready to possibly draw my weapon.
That's fine. You can ready to draw your weapon.
I'm not going to do it though.
Pidge is just hiding in the car.
Yeah. Now look, I'm only trying to help. I've encountered such a case before of someone who claimed to be absolutely fine. Temperature was rising. They call the disease. Well, they call it the
Heterosis.
purple fever. It's only very recently been discovered a few years ago, and encountered a case where claimed to be absolutely fine and were dead as a doorbell by the next morning. So, you know, it would be in your interest if you could just let me have an examination.
I'm perfectly. I'm perfectly.
And he's dead.
Something tears itself
Shit.
away from the back of the gentleman.
Shit.
Oh god, it's Voldemort.
It is a sanity check.
Sanity
Voldemort.
check.
As
Hey.
the proprietor flops forwards into your arms,
What?
and
Which one's
what
sanity?
does literally look like a man of dust, where it says sanity on your character sheet.
Yeah, right at the top. Near the top. It's a little die next to sanity points.
So if you go to the very top of your have you done it? Is that Caitlin?
I'm just
that's
waiting
me.
for
That's
Benji to finish this description. A man of dust, you say?
Yes, there is a man. There is a humanoid figure that looks like it is made of pure dust.
I take it the proprietor's not doing too well.
Proprietor's dead.
Yeah, I figured as much. I suppose the sanity check is on this horrible monster that's appeared, right?
Yes.
Apparently Pidge is fine.
Yeah.
So Pidge, you take 1 point of sanity damage.
Yeah.
So just drop your sanity by 1.
Yep.
Jack, Harold, and Nathan are going to take 1d8 of sanity damage.
Oh boy. 2. Okay.
So Nathan is getting some insanity effects.
Yeah.
Nathan's having a bad day.
Going to drop by 7.
Wonderful.
Thanks, Jack.
I do love it when that happens.
This has happened to you often.
It's happened to me.
So
Yeah, I've been muted.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got muted in the yeah.
Yep.
That was grim.
So I just need to say to you, Alex,
Yeah.
you're 1 away from losing a quarter of your sanity because
Yeah.
you've not actually had a sanity rest yet.
Uh,
So you need to be very careful because you will start to get permanent insanity effects for losing
Should
too
I
much.
just... Isn't that the point of the game, though?
yeah.
Kind of.
I mean,
I'm just gonna go insane, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
I
fine.
mean that you can't
not
really be careful, can you? You could just leave, I
I
suppose.
need to give you a
but-
temporary insanity because you did just take 7 insanity
Yeah.
damage. I'm going to give you trigger happy.
Oh. What's
already
new then?
triggered.
What's new?
I'm gonna kill my teammates.
You almost did.
No, you're still like you've not lost like friend foe discrimination.
More
I
likely
just-
to
I'm
shoot
just
is
gonna kill
all.
them.
You're just gonna burn through your ammo shooting the thing.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, that's the plan
fine,
now,
I
I
have
think. Right. Let me know
So-
when we can start acting, because I'd like to do
You
something.
can start acting as Nathan starts loosing shot after shot at the Man of Dust.
I would like to do the same thing. Heft this body away, draw my Luger, and yell at Pidge and say, "Pidge, the water!" and start
Kind
shooting
of in the
at
way.
him.
It's
So
the
I'm
water.
gonna fire my 2 shots, okay?
Yeah, go for it.
Pidge is just
A hit.
spraying like a madman.
And a miss.
So the bullet that hits just passes straight through him.
Passes straight through him. Good.
As in, you see it enter him and
Yes.
exit him without doing, and you see the bullet hole like reform.
Is that
Okay.
fine?
Okay.
No,
Okay.
Is the yellow stuff, like these yellow squares, are they walls?
no, that's sand.
That's all sand, yeah?
Yeah,
Like gravel, in a sense. For the car
Okay.
park.
I was gonna try and spray him against the wall. I'm just gonna spray him
Yeah.
straight in the face
yeah.
from behind my car.
Let me just check the rules about hitting him with water.
Oh boy.
It's time.
Oh, jeez, that's really good.
Smart.
Yeah, you let loose on the with the hose. And so yeah, you're spraying him, and you are seeing him like clump together and stuff, and start to kind of disintegrate a little bit.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I'm aiming at like all the dry bits.
Yeah. Okay, can everyone roll me D10 and add it to their dexterity, please?
Oh,
For initiative.
yeah. What's my dex? 12.
Add my dexterity, yeah?
Yeah, so add your dexterity. So 15 for Nathan. 19, 16, and let me get Dust Boys.
Boy. We have Buff Boy and Dust Boy.
Four, okay. Okay, that's 15 for him, so D10. Okay, so it will go Harold, Pidge, Nathan, Sandboy.
Oh boy.
Boy.
Am I still having sanity effects?
Yeah, you're still just firing indiscriminately. So you pretty much just your attack to shoot him no matter what.
Yeah, it's fine. That's what I was getting.
You
at
essentially
anyway, so it's cool.
your turn essentially is lost because you use your turn to shoot him.
Yeah, but that's what I would be doing. Anyway,
Yeah.
so that's fine.
Okay, Harold starts off.
Right. Okay. So when I shot him when he was just sand, it didn't do any effect. I'd like to try shooting like a wet, clumpy bit now. See if that makes any difference.
Could you just repeat that for me?
I would like to try and shoot him in one of the wet parts, one of the clumpy bits, and see if that makes a difference. Seeing as shooting
Yeah.
the sand didn't seem to.
Go for it.
Let's try. Okay, another hit. Just one hit.
Yeah, you blast away some sand that doesn't reform.
It's working.
Pidge, do you continue to spray him with water?
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep him as damp as possible.
Okay, yeah, it looks like you are clumping and making him like goop off a little bit.
Also, the only weapons I have are my fists.
And Nathan, you're just going to shoot him.
Yeah. Yeah, boy.
Pew 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 pew.
Pew, pew.
Whoa.
Okay, nice.
Full damage.
Yeah, so he's looking pretty disheveled,
Disheveled.
Really.
Oh
looking
boy.
pretty disintegrated.
And now he's going to attack me.
Now he's going to attack you.
Oh,
Give me a
gonna
moment.
die.
I just need to find
be
in
the
this
end
like
of
dense
that.
wall of text how this works.
Wow, it's a good thing that I have a backup character.
Yeah, dense wall of text.
I've got an idea for a backup character, but I haven't put it in yet. I
I
can
just
figure it
got
out if I
here.
die. Your Pidge just got here.
Hi.
Poor wholesome sweet boy.
Just waves dies. Sweet baby.
We all
Just-
gonna die.
He just wants to send money to his family.
We all gonna die.
We all die eventually.
Mentioned above, spirit. No, you don't actually describe the attack.
We've been recommended to buy a dustbuster.
Yeah.
Just hoover
Nice.
it up.
Just a Dyson will do.
I've got a Dyson in my kitchen. I've got a I've got a Henry Hoover.
I've got a
You know,
Roomba.
one of the guys on my course made an event to take your Henry Hoover to the park for a picnic, and it got like 7,000 people wanting to
Amazing.
Oh my god.
Hey Jack.
Yes.
Yes.
Jack,
Yes.
you should put a knife on your Roomba
go. And then it gets
until it's
stabby.
stabby.
Oh, here we go.
Stabby.
Just do it.
Put a speaker on it. DJ Roomba. There we go.
Do it.
Hey.
Do it. Join.
Like the knife wielding tentacle.
Yeah. Little
Jack,
stabby. Yes. Fuck.
the spirit man grabs your forearm
Oh dear.
And gives you a
and
nice
does
massage.
43 points of damage.
7 damage.
7 damage. Yow. Oh, did I recover hit points from last time?
Yes, you did.
Oh, that's good. Because I was on 7. So, max 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm not looking too peaky, guys.
The skin, like, it leaves a handprint on your skin, like, you know, kind of a handprint where it's grabbed you,
Yep.
which looks like excessively like windburn.
Okay.
It looks like it sucked the moisture out of the skin it touched.
Yeah. Okay. Ugh.
Ugh.
Can you
Yeah.
make me another sanity check for that?
Okie dokie.
Because that's not natural.
Hey.
Apparently it
No,
is.
it's just on him because he's having it done.
Yep.
Yeah, just take 1 point of sanity damage.
Okay. Oh boy.
Okay. Back up to Harold.
Right. What do I do here? Let's see. What am I with my handgun? 46. My kick. 95. I would like to try and push him away from me with a kick.
Okay.
Or no, I will. Is a punch just as likely to be as effective as a kick in like distancing from him?
Yeah.
Because I have a better with punch, so that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to roll. So yeah, I'm going to try and get him loose, especially going for the really sodden parts because I think those are more likely to break apart. Yes.
Hi, Jack.
Hello.
Your fist is now stuck in his body.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
I liked Harold. Jack was really nice.
Take 1 point of damage
Okay.
as you can feel it sucking the moisture out of your hand.
Ah.
I thought he was a really good character.
So did I. Thought he was great.
Pidge.
I'm gonna save Harold.
No, keep spraying the water.
Yeah, if I
No.
keep spraying the water, then his hand will remain as stuck.
I might be able to free it in my next turn if the thing doesn't kill me then.
I was gonna try and pull you out and make you do the spray, and I'll punch it.
Okay.
Because you're injured.
Yeah, fair enough. If you can free me, then I can start spraying, I guess.
Pidge is expendable. It's okay.
Oh.
So the top one is the active one, so it's 12 versus. What's your size, Harold?
I'm not a big person. 10.
Okay, so Pidge is going to make a resistance roll. He's going to make a strength check. He has to get 60 or under to pull you out.
Okay.
Great. What do I roll?
Nope.
90. Fuck. Well,
I didn't
fuck.
roll. Bitch.
No, Benji did.
Don't roll for me, bitch.
If you want to make your roll, go ahead. It's the resistance table at the top.
Please do it. Oh shit. It was meant to
Actually
be.
got worse than
Yeah.
I did.
It was meant
off.
to be.
So Caitlin remains spraying the water.
No.
Does he run and fail?
He runs and fails to pull Harold out of the sun
So
creature.
now there's no spraying, it's the monster's turn, and I'm stuck inside it, and Pidge is holding on to me, and Nathan's
my
still just
turn,
shooting.
Nathan's
Harold.
It's Nathan's turn.
Okay.
You forgot about me.
I thought your turn was still being skipped.
No,
thought
no,
you were
no.
still
I shoot
shooting
him, so I'm still shooting
His-
him. I
his-
just
his-
can't stop shooting him.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
It's his turn gets skipped because he only uses his turn to shoot.
Yeah, that's right. You fired the Winchester last time. Cool. That's fine. Jeez, you are hitting him well.
Yeah, there's nothing really left of the spirit body, but it's still going as far as your hand can tell. Like your hand
Still
is like
going.
suspended in midair now
Okay.
because the blast from the Winchester has blown the sand away.
Yeah. Okay.
But your hand is now kind of just stuck in midair.
Right.
Sandboy's turn.
Could be
Okay,
it for
yep.
Harold. I think this is it for Harold.
That's a 5 to you, Harold.
5 points of damage.
Yeah.
That puts. I think I'm dead then. -2.
I can't remember how death works. Give me a moment.
Oh,
Sorry, Jack.
I think that's me out. Oh wait, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm on -2, which is like the end of my death table. Maybe
Yeah.
I've got one
Are you
more
on
hit point.
Are you on exactly -2?
Exactly -2. Yeah.
You will die at the end of the next combat round unless someone heals you.
Okay.
Matt
Nice
snapped
knowing
me.
you all.
Yes, it can.
Thank you.
What's that? Sanity over.
However, his hand is still stuck in the monster.
How? My whole body weight's yanked on it now.
yeah, you shoot it. I'll try and get Harold.
Okay, Harold, you don't get a turn.
No, that's a shame.
Pidge, would you like to? Can I give you an idea roll?
Please
Okay.
do.
Give me an idea roll.
Where is idea?
It's up the top under characteristics and roles towards the right-hand side. Idea. It's on its own. There we go. A success.
Okay.
The spraying of the water was doing a lot of good, it seemed.
Can I spray it on his hand?
Sure, you blast Harold's hand with the water. Harold's hand flops down onto the asphalt of the parking lot,
Yes.
and an eerie calm falls over the parking lot.
Can we heal Harold, please?
Someone needs to make
Oh boy.
a first aid, a successful
It's the
first aid
prostitute
roll.
just watching.
What's your first aid, Alex?
Nathan is going to try and make the roll.
This is not gonna be. I'm
What is-
sorry. I'm
what is
really
yours?
sorry.
You're in the Navy, Nathan.
I didn't add anything to
But
heal.
what's
Oh,
your first
no.
aid? What's the percentage?
Can they
You're
both
good.
try? Are we still in initiative?
Not still in initiative,
Yeah.
so let me just check what. Nathan's first aid is at 50.
Okay, you do it. I'm only 30.
I did add something to first aid.
Yeah. Yes!
Oh my God. He's alive.
Yes! Do I go up to 0 or am I still on -2? How does this work?
You go up to 0.
Oh.
Does he regain consciousness?
He is barely conscious.
Nathan's gonna hug
Can
He
I?
needs medical attention or he will still die.
Can I
Nathan's gonna pick him up.
do medical attention on my own self?
You are not conscious enough to medically attend to yourself.
Nathan is now just holding him, going, "What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What do I do? What do I do?"
There's
How
a
are we going to
hospital-
get medical attention in the middle of the desert with a sandstorm?
Didn't they say there was an army base nearby?
Oh, I think you're
Army
right.
base, army doctor. Good.
You're
Go.
Navy.
I wonder how nearby.
Let me just check on Google Maps. Using roads that won't exist yet.
Yeah.
Yay!
I love things.
Oh boy, 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 oh boy.
Nathan is still panicking.
I just got a message from Orange Juice on Tinder.
Nice.
They just sent me a peeling orange. Thanks.
It's a one-day drive.
Do you think
No,
that's
you're not.
innuendo? Who knows?
I think it is.
It's passing with one day.
I'm on here as a dare.
So you're actually.
Are we within?
Hang on. That's the 66 then.
They gave him his orders at
What?
Monroe.
Where is
Virginia,
Route
St.
66?
Steve.
Where's the
Your
Mojave
Valentine's
Desert? That's
Day.
where you've kind of been.
It's
I don't know where
8:38
it
and
is.
it's the old 97 got up. and
Welcome to
around
none of
the
us did A-level job.
Yeah, I did.
I did.
Yeah, but you're not the DM.
Does it still? Is Route 66 actually still exist?
Yeah. people drive it all the time, don't they?
I
Oh
don't.
well, I'll put you on Route 10.
Okay.
Oh wait, hang on, no, because it's a. Oh no, it's a state route, isn't it?
66.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the little
No
white
idea
one,
what
isn't
they're
it?
talking about.
Me neither. Me neither.
Why are so many of these people shirtless? Put a shirt on.
In Tinder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're either shirtless or holding an animal.
Ah,
That's how
the
we do
two
it.
ways to win people over:
They're
I'll
not
put it on
working on
Facebook.
me.
nipples or dogs.
Okay, so you're about 2 hours from Fort Irwin.
Man, I can make that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Sean!
We can just keep them stable.
You will need to be rushed into surgery within seconds of getting to Irwin, but
Okay.
yes.
Nathan doesn't, break the entire time.
If Pidge is with us,
Okay.
maybe Pidge can keep doing first aid to keep me stable or something. I don't know. That's
Yeah, sure.
how it works.
Yeah, that'll work.
Or
Sure.
Pidge could drive and I could keep doing first aid, because I have a
Pidge
50
can't
minute.
drive.
And
Pidge
that's,
can't drive.
that's a
Pidge
very
came here
good
on a horse.
That's a very good role from the army surgeon at Fort Irwin.
Oh yeah, so it is.
Go
That's
on,
great.
Surgeon, go!
Don't let him
Um,
die.
So yeah, the next thing you remember, Harold, is you're in a cot in what looks like a hospital.
Okay.
I don't have a map for this because
Sure. I tell you what, I'll put the little title screen on so everyone can enjoy the name of the episode. There we go. Right. Okay. I'll have a look around, see if I can see anyone familiar.
Apparently, you can stick an orange. You can drink an orange by sticking a straw in it.
That's good.
Pidge is telling Nathan how you
Is
can.
that
drink an
Pidge's
orange by
voice
sticking
I
a
hear?
straw in it.
Dude, that's cool.
Pidge? Is that you?
No.
Ah, that's Pidge.
No, it's me, Dust Spirit.
I am.
Oh,
Ah,
I'm
fuck.
Buster Boy.
Not you, Dust Spirit.
Dog, you're alive,
Ah.
buddy!
Nathan. Hello. I take it you rescued me.
Yeah.
Thanks ever so. I
think
feel
we
like
broke every
shit.
speeding limit.
Those cops will be after us.
That's rough, buddy.
Did we do it?
Yeah, we did it.
Oh, thank God. You did a very fine job, and you, Pidge. Well done.
I just sprayed water.
You tried to
But
save
it
me, and
helped.
that counts for a lot in my book.
We seem to have one problem left.
Mm.
David.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, if the spirit was possessing the proprietor, it must have left David somewhere.
But they said that the guy who, yeah. Like, did it possess David first?
I don't know.
Because they saw David and her struggling.
Yes. Here's my assumption. It possessed someone completely unknown, possibly someone from 30 years ago when the spirit was first dispelled. And this person staggered his way over to the motel. The spirit then left him in the car park and possessed David. So that is the desiccated corpse that was left in the car park. David was possessed, who then took his wife into the desert and sucked her moisture out, as that spirit is wont to do. And then at some point, that spirit must have left David, possibly just in the desert somewhere, and possessed the proprietor. That's the only logical explanation I can think of. Could be completely different, but we'll never know.
Well, this will be
Pretty
a
much
fun
like it to
explanation.
me.
Hey, what happened to your
Yes.
son? Well, he got sucked by a demon.
Yes, what on earth do we tell the good man?
They died of
Frederick.
dehydration out in the desert.
I suppose they got stuck in the storm.
Got stuck in the storm and had no water.
Yes. Yes. Car broke down. He left Jean to try and find water. She passed, and he was lost in the desert.
Yep.
Yes. Well, Pidge, as you may have realized, the occult is very much a thing.
Really? The sand demon didn't give it away.
Well, thank you. There's no need for that. I'm terribly sorry that you got roped into this. There's no way that Frederick could have possibly known what was going on, I'm sure. I'm afraid you're probably going to have trouble sleeping for the next few days, or weeks, months, years. But
It's fine. I can put that time to good use.
thank you for your help. Say, Nathan, shall we assume that David is gone?
I think we probably should.
Unless I have some kind of crazy idea out of nowhere, indicating something otherwise.
Some voice from the heavens.
Some voice from the heavens. Yes. Divine mentality, or DM, if you will. That's what I tend to call it. But anyway, I would say that this case is closed.
Yep.
Good.
Thank you, divine voice.
A voice. Right.
Well,
Wow.
actually,
Shit.
Oh no.
Mm.
Not a well, actually.
well, it's the setup for next week's episode.
Good.
Fort Irwin is in Southern California, and so occasionally you get copies of the Army Times, which is the military newspaper. Give me a moment. And sometimes you get papers from other states, when kind of soldiers come in and out from leave. And so you have found you've kind of been reading the newspapers because you're a little bit bored
Yeah.
as you kind of recover.
Mm-hmm.
And you come across a strange article which kind of piques your interest.
Oh. Okay.
People in Quay County, New Mexico,
Mm-hmm.
The Mexicans.
people across Quay County, New Mexico, have been plagued by a mysterious humming sound. You think that when you're better, that might be worth checking out.
Yes.
What is that mysterious humming noise?
I'm sure
Not
it
over
ties
here,
into
not
our
over there.
previous.
Kind of catchy.
Pidge Samson.
And yep, there we will leave it for today.
Pidge goes
what an
back to his
adventure.
forge. Like, fuck this, I'm out.
Would you like to know what was going on there?
Yes, please. This I think
Yes.
we've missed the most in this one so far.
You didn't miss all that much.
That's good.
Let me find the one, because I've just been trolling through for next week's episode.
Yep.
Okay, so it was rest stops, that's it. So the thing you were fighting this week was called a spirit of dust.
Yeah, good. Spirit of
King of
dust.
dust.
Bless you.
It is a malevolent spirit that hangs around in deserts and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
It's particularly malevolent. It enjoys ripping the moisture out of people.
Nice.
Oh. Does it need it? Is that a survival thing, or does it just do it?
Not really. It's kind of a thing it just likes to do.
A hobby?
Everyone has their hobbies.
just a pastime, That's terrible.
And so it has been given that sort of area of California is Sandstorm country, it has kind of been, it's tied to that location. It has been for aeons. If you braved the storm and kind of traveled out to little towns and stuff, you would have been able to track like sprees of murders.
Right, I see.
The big thing you missed was all those spot hidden rolls in the car park you missed.
Okay, right.
Those were to point out that there are way more cars in the car park than there are residents in the motel.
Ah, yeah. Is that why some of them have a kind of a shade to them? They're dusty and they've been left for a while.
Yep.
Yeah. Those abandoned cars that we're talking about.
Yeah.
I just thought the proprietor was rich. Thought he was the car thief.
What else did you guys miss?
That aeroplane.
The guy who Martinez saw in the thing, he wasn't the previous host.
Mm-hmm.
He was the victim before the Holpins.
Okay.
It was in spirit form when it found the Holpins. It took over David Holpin.
Right.
As I said to Jack, Jack did not share this detail, but there were signs of sexual assault on Mrs. Holpin.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because spirits of the dust like to take advantage of the opportunities they have when they possess a human.
Yeah.
Essentially, they like to play around with being a human when they get to possess one.
Yeah. Twisted. I felt that it wasn't something that strictly needed sharing, so I left it out.
No, but it was just a detail I had to pass on.
Yeah.
Not too much else. It was a pretty simple adventure to run.
Good.
That's all kind of you really missed.
Not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad.
That's all.
So it
You-
possessed
what
David.
about-
What happened to David in the end then?
David's body will be found in the desert
Yeah, I
a
figured.
few weeks later.
Yeah. So it left David and just went for nearest thing, which happened to be the proprietor. Yeah.
Yeah, it fears unconsciousness in its hosts.
Yeah.
Because it can't see or hear anything if its host is unconscious.
Yeah. Okay.
And unfortunately for it, Jean Holpin put a fair fight up.
Mm-hmm.
That's my go.
And she actually stabbed her husband.
Wow. Is that something we could have picked up on?
If you might have done.
If there were tracks from the car, possibly?
No, because one of you did succeed there.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, that's right.
If you'd searched the car a little bit more.
Right.
But yeah, she stabbed him, so he was actually unconscious a few hours later.
Yeah.
And so the spirit of dust bailed and went in search of a new host.
Yep, cool. Fair. Right, good.
I didn't die.
You didn't die.
Yeah.
Nobody
I-
died.
Very
didn't die.
menacing
That
thing
was-
from Benji at the beginning.
that was very close there.
Nobody died, team.
Nobody died.
Nobody died.
Why is it whenever I stream with you, Jack, you always come close to death?
I don't know. Maybe I'm not the problem, Caitlin.
Hey, I saved you so many times in
That's
Echo
true.
I would just like to point out that this time I saved him.
Yeah.
I'd also like to point out you almost shot me.
I did not.
You went to shoot a wooden door.
Oh,
Might
yeah.
not have hit you.
I was facing opposite the door.
Oh well.
Oh well.
You clearly should not be in the Navy if you do not understand how basic firearms.
All's well that ends well.
So I think it's just time to do the silver. We'll do after we end the silver crow spiel. So what are we up to? 5 podcasts out.
Something like that, yeah. Good number now.
We have two
Yeah,
episodes. We have 2 episodes of Wasted Potential. Our alcohol infused advice podcast.
Yeah.
Which is Jack gets drunk and answers questions posed by you.
Yep.
You can find a link to a Google survey to leave those questions to be answered by Jack. That's on our Tumblr. It'll be on our Twitter at some point.
I'll put a link in the Discord after the stream, just so everyone knows. Yep.
We have 2 episodes of I Digress, which is our podcast about anything and everything. We have an episode on Mass Effect Andromeda, and we have an episode on writing.
Indeed.
And then we have an episode of Sports Boys, which is a homebrew slice of life adventure that I ran for Caitlin, Alex, and James, and which was painstakingly put together by Caitlin.
Please watch it. It took me forever.
It's really funny, guys.
There's 3 hours of footage and 4 people to sort through.
Yeah.
It's so much pain.
I mean, Jack's gonna feel that pain when he starts editing our next project.
Have fun with that, Jack.
Yep.
So yeah, Sports Boys. It's a lot of fun. It's about Texas high school football players in the run up to like the big season-ending game. So that's our podcast. We put up a new podcast every Friday at 5 p.m. GMT on our YouTube, which is Silver Crow Media, all one word.
We're
going to be
at 500 views.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice. We will be starting. We're going to start the recording of stuff for a new D&D podcast adventure, so not a stream thing. That doesn't have a name yet. It has the working title of The Quest to Cover Rent. And that is going to be an Adventure Zone-esque D&D adventure podcast starring Jack, Alex, and special guest Stephanie, who you all met last week on last week's stream.
Yep.
Woo!
So that's going to be a lot of fun.
When are we doing the other one?
Pun?
When are we ever going to do the round table?
And at some point, we do need to sit down and record the Holy Fail, which is
The holy fail at getting to record it.
which is a D&D event, a D&D one shot we need to run for the members of Silver Crow Media at some point.
Yep.
Other than that, our Twitter is at Silver Crow Inc. That's INC at the end. Our Twitch, Tumblr, and YouTube are all Silver Crow Media, one word. Tell your friends about us. We'd love for more people to get involved. We are very happy to accept stuff like fan art, fan fiction,
Fan fiction.
fan questions. I'm happy if people
So
have.
far,
like,
I'm the only
ideas-
one who's written fanfiction.
I'm very happy to like listen if people have like idea suggestions for Cthulhu set scenarios, or if people are like, oh, I want to see how this scenario play out. I'm always happy to answer questions on Tumblr if you have questions about characters or D&D or Cthulhu or any of that. We'll be back next week. I don't know who our special guest is going to be next week. Applications are still open. If you want to apply, just send us a message on Tumblr about the sort of character you want to play. And yeah, we
Thanks,
will
Will.
see you all next week. Thank you very much to Caitlin for special guesting for us.
Yeah.
Woo! Pidge is going to run away before he kills him. He's going to get smushed on his way home.
Love you, Caitlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if any of you care, Rogue and I are going to do some voice acting to the moon later.
Yeah. Oh, to the moon. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh, I'm gonna tune
That's
into
at like
that.
10.
Sorry. Yeah, that's not Silver Crow.
Yeah,
That's
anytime
round this
you
off.
said that's on the floor.
So yeah, we will see you all next week.
Yeah, next week.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Go away.
And the stream has stopped, so
Okay.
theoretically, I'll just. Is anyone on the stream at the moment?
Yeah, I have it open.
Let me know when it closes, and then I'll just
It's
stop
gone.
recording. Okay, cool. Good.